sing and dance inside. I feel well-being in an endless tide. Technology that lets me see there's more life ahead, there's more to be. New breath flows through each vein. I own a transformation that's never overthrown. With vitality, strength, and might, with Lifewave, I'll win the fight. A new life, free from pain, filled with energy. The future is here, pure synergy. A body at peace, with strength to bestow. With X39, I'm ready to glow. Freedom invades, I'm alive and awake. In a world where truth's what I embrace. Each step feels lighter, each day more bright. With X39, my future's in sight. A new life, free from pain, filled with energy. The future is here, pure synergy. A body at peace, with strength to bestow. With X to bestow. X39, I'm red, I'm glow. Living longer, living true. X39 is my breakthrough. It's life, it's peace, it's transformation. It's a future filled with restoration.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you so much for joining our call this evening. I'd like to introduce you to our presenters tonight. We have Viriato and Monica from Portugal. They're both brand partners with Lifewave. Viriato has a background in professional aesthetics, and he's been using Lifewave X39 patches for a year himself. And he has a great story to share with us regarding his experience with Lifewave for discal hernia and sciatic nerve problems that he endured for 23 years. Monica is going to share with us some of her case studies. Monica is 47 years old. She's a therapist in lymphotherapy, post-operative care in plastic surgery and reconstruction. She also works with cancer patients, orthopedic surgery, and she has been a practitioner with Lifewave since March last year, so also for a year. In 21, very excitedly, Monica has specialized in new Germanic medicine, which helps to detect the relationship between symptoms of cancer and emotional trauma or conflict. So with great enthusiasm for tonight, I welcome you both.
Thank you very much, Tanja. Good afternoon and good evening to everybody in the room. Thank you very much, Tanja, for this invitation to be here in this call and to share our experiences with Lifewave patches and technology with everyone. And definitely, I'm very, very excited with this technology because of my own experience using this technology for more than a year now. I started on the 6th of January 2024 when a friend of mine and a doctor presented me this technology because of my problem, my discal hernia problem and my sciatic nerve. I was fighting with this problem for more than 23 years. It started in the military school that I was, and I have an injury in that time. And of course, during the time, the situation was worse and worse. And 5 years ago, I was paralyzed in a bed for 3 months because of this problem. And since then, I've been fighting with chronic pains every single day, and of course my limitations, to do my daily activities, and at home and in my work. So when they introduced me this technology, I was very static at the beginning, of course, because how a simple patch can can help us in those kind of situations. But I tried, of course, as a friend of mine introduced me this technology, and I said, okay, if there is nothing invasive to my body, so let me try and let's see. And actually, I was very surprised because after 3 days of using this technology, my pain went out, and since then until today, I never had any other pain in my situation, in my discal hernia. And actually, now 3 months ago, I made an exam and was discovered that 87% of my discal hernia was regenerated. So actually now these days I'm having totally normal life, making sports that I was not doing for more than 10 years or almost 15 years. And actually I'm getting younger and younger. So that's why I'm so excited to share this with the world and share my examples. And today, in the last minute, I was able to put in this presentation another case of myself of improvements in my health, but in this case with photos that I can share with everybody. But let's go through the presentation, because today we have also here Monica Cummings, health professional, that she will be sharing her experience also, and she will be sharing a lot of photos and examples, testimonials of her practice with her patients. And I would like to say in the beginning, there are some images that can be shocked, not too much, but can be shocked. So if someone is sensitive to images, please don't look in that moment, okay? Because some of them can be shock some of the people, okay? But that is the way for us to prove how this technology works. But talking about this technology, it's very important to share with everybody before that all this technology that we'll be talking today, it's exclusive, protected by multiple patents. So this company has over 130 patents on their products, over 80 research and clinical studies available, and those clinical studies was performed under independent researchers and universities. Okay, all of us, we can check these clinical studies in this page, thisisit.info.com, and take note of all the information. In the meantime, let me share with all of you a small video that explains exactly how this technology works, to give you some basic information, and then we will go through the presentation and what we want to share with all of you.
We all hope to age gracefully so we can enjoy our later years full of energy, vitality, and good health. But so often, with age, our bodies start to show signs that things just aren't as they used to be. Our energy, skin, healing and recovery time, sleep, it all just seems to go downhill. Unless you're using Lifewave. Since 2004, Lifewave has been delivering its amazing life-enhancing technology to people across the world, always helping the body do what it was designed to do, only better. And as it turns out, the best was yet to come. David Schmidt, our founder, creative force, and world-class inventor behind Lifewave technology, has recently achieved something in the field of regenerative science with a single Lifewave patch that researchers worldwide, spending years and billions of dollars, could not. Introducing Lifewave X39, the world's first product ever to activate stem cells. A true breakthrough in regenerative science that helps restore our bodies to a healthier, more youthful state in a way no other product can. The secret? By harnessing the power of Lifewave's patented phototherapy, X39 uses light to elevate a peptide proven to signal the activation of stem cells. Think about it. These are the cells that generate and regenerate all the cells and structures of the human body. They're the building blocks for our organs, tissues, blood, and immune system. They also serve as an internal repair system everywhere. But as we age, stem cells become less effective. Their ability to repair damaged tissue is reduced. In fact, by age 60, they've slowed dramatically. But all that changes when just one Lifewave X39 patch is placed anywhere on the body each day. Instead of older and less effective stem cells, X39 supports the production of younger and healthier stem cells. This amazing level of control over your vitality and well-being was simply not possible, let alone this easy, until now. And the best part? Like all Lifewave patches, X39 is safe, non-invasive, and incredibly cost-effective. Look what people are saying about Lifewave X39. Backed by clinical studies, multiple patents, and 20 years of development, any one of these benefits would be impressive. But X39 is so effective, it can influence everything about your body, how you look, feel, perform, and heal. It's time you experience the power of X39. Live long, live well, live younger. Experience the power of Lifewave today.
So basically, this technology use our own infrared lights of our body to stimulate some biochemical processes in our body. And one of the most important things is that it's a non-invasive technology. So we are not putting nothing inside our body. And that's why a lot of hundreds of sports professional players, they have been using Lifewave technology to improve their performance in the sports industry, okay, like David Beckham, NBA players, Lorenzo Savadori, the #1 superbike champion, and many other sports people around the world. Like, for example, Mike Tyson, just in a couple of months ago, he had the last fight, and he is in the training process. He was using the Lifewave patches to improve their performance, his performance and health. So and why they can use this technology? Because there is nothing invasive, there is no chemicals, there is no substances that goes inside to our body, so it's not considered doping. So this is a living proof that this technology works, because as you can imagine, these people, they have hundreds of professional healthcare people and doctors behind to take care about their conditions in this matter. So all this technology has in the background multiple clinical studies that shows what it shows. Basically is that the technology using our own infrared lights, they stimulate the production of a peptide, a copper peptide called GHK-Cu. Talking about my background on aesthetic industry, GHK-Cu is been using in many countries around the world as a supplement to improve our skin care, because stimulate the production of collagen, our hair, our nails, everything improved by GHK-Cu. But this peptide is produced by our body, so it's better when we can stimulate the production by our own body to produce this copper peptide. Okay, but to talk a little bit more about that, I would love to call my friend Monica Cummings, that she will be sharing with us amazing testimonials and her knowledge about this industry, because she works in a profession that goes a little bit deeper than aesthetic part, goes a little bit deeper on that side of health. So Monica, welcome to our call.
Yay! Welcome to everybody. And thank you, Tanja, Viriato, for this invitation. It's a pleasure to contribute and to give my little participation in everything that I've been experienced with people, patients, and myself. I arrived to this company not because of my profession, but because I'm 47 years old. I have two children, one with 17, another one with 10. And I have menopause feelings since the age of 43. But in the end of 2023, I started to have the hot flashes, and I couldn't manage them at all. With the weight and all the body changes and everything, I could manage, but the heat was absolutely atrocious. And I couldn't manage to work and be a mom and to be professional. And I was getting crazy. So I know menopause is a big issue in many women, because everybody told us as a child to be a lady, but nobody told us how to get old and to manage the body. So age is a number, but in fact, it can create some damage, that some taboos still around about the subject. So my mom saw my desperation. She never had hits in her life, but she heard some of our family members. They are about 80 years old, and they were running, flashing around, all happy, dancing. And one of them have broke the hip last year. And they said, "We are lovely, we're fine. Just please send these patches to Monica, because I don't know how they work. I just know it's between our light and our cells. Something that is dormant in our body just wakes up and gives us energy." So that's the recipe that my mom brought home, knowing nothing about health and patches. And I just honestly pick up the sleeve and I put inside the drawer, thinking, yeah, good, stay there. So I didn't use them. but during the night was so bad that about 4 o'clock in the morning, had a shower. I was completely boiling, and I thought, I don't care. I'm going to patch myself all over the place, how many there are in that sleeve, and let's see how does it work. Well, I just know that on the first day, my hot flashes, they used to be between 14 to 17 flashes a day. They reduced for 4. And on a second day of usage, none. And that was despite my attention. And because I'm a very skeptical person, and I believe that some of you on the call might be as well, or find people they are skeptical, I decided to call United States.
The
So
company.
I spent money asking how could I get that and how faithful would be this technology, because I thought that was a product or something that could go through my skin. So I wanted to make sure, being a thrombophilic myself, how much damage could that create on me. So they were very short in their way. They said it's nothing that is secondary effect, which is great. Soon I heard that was a relief for me, but I needed to find somebody that could recommend me and subscribe me to the company. So that's how I started my journey. And then soon I've done my order. I ordered for me, my mom, my dad, my husband, and at the time was only 5 sleeves on a pack. And I used one in my patients. I didn't say nothing to my doctors because knowing that was no side effect. So at the time I didn't say nothing, but the results were starting to show. And then rapidly I contacted one of them that I work more deeply, and is a very high patent in Portugal in terms of plastic surgery and reconstruction. And I said, I'm using this technology, and start to be aware that lots of results will come up. And that's what I'm coming here today to share with you, some of those results and what I've learned with this technology, and share with you my simple communication. That's the way I usually try to make it simple for everybody can reproduce this information to everyone. So
Fantastic. Let's go through. In the meantime, let me explain something that on my industry, on aesthetic industry, what is phototherapy using lights? It's normal. And when my friends explained to me how this technology works, using our own infrared light to stimulate the body, was clear for me. But normally we use external lights. And for me, the news was that how can we use our own infrared lights to make that same process. So when I understood this process, I said, okay, this is a very brand new technology, but I understood because we used to work mostly with infrared light to stimulate processes. So let's go a little bit deeper. One of the most important things is that this patch starts to stimulate the GHK-Cu, and it's the GHK-Cu when it's elevated in our body, in our bloodstream, it starts reactivating the stem cells that are dormant. During the period of time, we are getting older, and the stem cells becomes dormant. So they wake up with the GHK-Cu, and as you know, the stem cells are the cells that can do the repair of all tissues and organs of our body, okay? So let's go a little bit deeper. Monica, explain to us how good is GHK-Cu in our body, because the first feelings we get, the first result we get is based on GHK-Cu, not the stem cells, because it takes time to wake them up. So, this GHK-Cu, it's by himself powerful to our health, right?
definitely. So first of all, everybody has copper peptide in their body. Okay. So everything that we're going to talk about inside of this technology exists already in our body, in all kinds of patches that you will find in Lifewave. They work with an endogenous method. So everything that's already existing in your body will be potentially raised up to help you. And obviously, with the discovery of that the stem cells will be dormant and they would be just there available for you to use them, they are components in our body that can wake them up and make them in a source of rescue to the areas where they are finding problems. So the GHK-Cu copper peptide is one of the biggest antioxidants in our body, and is existent and produced in our body for about an hour a day. So the usage of the patch X39 for 12 hours will help to increase this peptide for during 12 hours a day. So imagine something that is an antioxidant and is creates a protection around your cells that don't allow that any external damage come to you. Imagine an infection, inflammation, something that your body does have, like a low immune system. Imagine like something that around your cells can do a coat of protection and allow your stem cells being awake and available to create new tissue being regenerated by the main cell, by the mother cell, by your mitochondria. So all that will help your tissue being completely renewed and increasing other components in your body as glutathione. Glutathione is a component as well, is produced inside of your liver, and is again has three actions in your body: antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, and anti-pain. So makes the pain lower, makes inflammation lower, and actually helps the copper peptide as well to be in a activation of more than 4,000 genes of anti-pain as well. So when all this comes around, something that is a suffering, that is an inflammation, that is comes a pain, is very, very fast. And how many of you have already taken a line from your electric chain that you take the skin off and you see copper? Okay, so copper will take electricity to A to B. So copper peptide will help through your waters, through your neurologic systems, between your central neurologic system, the connection between the stimulation in your brain and the problem that you have, a communication. So this electric communication will help all the cells and all the nutrients in your body being available to source the area where you are more weak. And that's where all these antioxidants can help you and make the pain and inflammation down. And obviously, there is many other components in our body, as you would find as well in Lifewave patches like carnosine, which I will be talking about today as well, because it's one of my biggest helps through with X39. Carnosine lives in your brain, in your muscle, and in your heart. Okay, so it is a nutrient that provides energy to all your body systems, or everything that is your movement. And X39 is activated by body heat. So if we have a good combination between all your nutrients, your copper peptide, your production of glutathione, your increasement of carnosine, so everything will help X39 to be there to make a synergy and a sympathy between your sympathetic and parasympathetic system in your brain, which creates the balance of your emotions and your physicals. So everything will be functioning to keep you more energetic, with more better cellular energy, and make your fatigue lower. As well, I would like to make very clear that X39 has studies already, even Dr. David Schmitz talks about that, can level your levels of iron and copper peptide, specifically in man. Man, after the age of 40, they start to thicken up their blood. So when they thicken their blood, iron gets higher. They have a bit of issues on that part of the hemograms testing. So when you use the X39, you can actually balance, and this is visible by your blood tests. So guys, if you have some issues with your blood, make sure you take your blood test before X39, 3 months after, and see how does it working in your hemograms. Okay, so better sleep, as I said, you will balance all your sympathetic and parasympathetic levels on your immune system that's created in your intestines to as well bring all these chemical changes between your neurologic synapse. And when you have your body synchronized with your brain, your physical, your emotions, and your immune system, obviously your body will start to work as firemen. So imagine that you have all these engines working just where you have your pain. So many people can experience pain relief in minutes, some of them in seconds, some of them take 3 months, some of them take a little bit longer. Not longer than 6 months, not longer than 6 months. I've seen I don't know if there's anybody in the room that is there for longer than that. I'm 1 year in X39, but my experience after 3 months, everybody has a dramatic pain relief in their body. Doesn't matter in what situation they have been through.
And it's a small percentage that takes so long, but of course, depending on the situation and the person, it's very important the nutrient parts and the hydration to accelerate those processes. But it's very quickly the results on that matter. The sports performance, of course, we based on all this, of course, gives us the capacity to have better performance and faster recovery. That's the most important part of that, is that the body can recover very fast after a very tough sports as I can say, performance. No, the wound healing. I think we go through this part because this is your area, and I'm going to to advise everybody in the room that if there is someone sensitive to images, okay, please don't be shocked with what we'll share. It's not too much shocked, but of course, depending on the person, can be shocked to someone. Okay, so be careful. This is something that you have experienced in a very clear way, right? How fast how body can heal. The wound healing is very fast, right, Monica?
Very fast.
Let's go through
Let's go.
some examples, right? So
Right.
let's go through the first example. Explain
Right.
to us what is this situation.
This situation is a a skin cancer. Okay, so this gentleman is on about on between 60 to 70 years old, and on a left picture, he has an accumulation of fluid around his shoulders. He had an operation to remove the parts in the back where the skin cancer was, and he was already leaking on those scars for about 9 weeks.
Wow.
And he have been sewed many times, inflammation, fever, wounds being open, and being dressed every other day, and nothing would go for that. This guy was a little bit resistant on usage of the patches. I've used X39 with carnosine, and I'll explain why. Because he didn't want anybody to touch that without some doctor or nurse know what's going on. Thankfully, in Portugal, some of the nurses and the doctors, general GPs, are attending to our meetings, and they are being very open to study a little bit more about the technology, and they understand that just brings benefits and doesn't have any side effects, and they actually are experienced that reports with their patients. So luckily, this nurse that is doing the dressings said to him, if that is X39, please try, because I don't have anything in my cabin to help you. So he started to do that on the 22nd of February. And as you can see, in 5 days, this scar start to have skin and stop leaking. No more fluid. So the lymphatic system was completely addressed and started to drain the back. Where? Around his armpits, axilla. So under the arms, it's were the most proximal area where all that fluid would go, and naturally the body started to flush around the lateral side of the body to start the drainage. He stopped to be inflated, stopped to be swollen, and they removed the stitches, and now everything is absolutely healing. So I'm waiting for the new pictures, will be on Sunday, and I'm very excited then to add on my portfolio. But I've used carnosine and X39 because if we have all the energy stored in our muscle and brain and heart, and it's where I need all the nutrients being available to heal an area. And I have the X39 increasing the copper peptide, which is a high healer, is a pain relief, is a scarring. So these two components together would work the perfect combination around. As the copper peptide as well is is a big antioxidant, will protect the renewal of all these cells and would make this healing be faster. And the carnosine has a huge capacity of scarring as well to work with the neurologic central system, which makes the brain relaxed and feel free to create a synergy of acceptance of the healing. So it is quite an emotional and symptomatic situation that creates the perfect synergy to help on that kind of case.
Wow, amazing. Let's go through another case, okay?
This
This
case, this is a face, okay? So the first side, if you see, is 11th of February and 13th of February. So it's only 2 days difference. This lady had a facelift, is a normal a procedure for facelift reconstruction. And she is an anti-age procedure that people do with plastic surgery. But she had a little bit of ecchymose that was a little bit swollen, creating a bit of fluid around the ear, and was a bit of a very slow process happening. I'm telling you, a situation like this can take between 9 to 10 days to be from one picture to the other. So with X39 and carnosine again, and if you can see, she still have the staples on the back of the ear. This is only because she can only remove the staples after 9 to 10 days. There is a huge reduction on a swelling, color of the ecchymose, and as well if you see the area around the ear is not so high, so everything started to really be more easy, as the lady as well felt the ear very hard and painful, and she could report that on the second picture was no pain on the ear. But then after 7 days,
This
look
is shocking.
at this. Look at this, okay? So through my hands, obviously, doing the lymphatic drainage, I could only get to that result about on a 16 to the 17th day, but I can reach that at the moment on a 7th day. So these people are getting free of everything in a period of 2 to 3 weeks and then have a normal life. And as you can see, she still have the staples. So this is not just very fun. So the dates are there because I would like you to see that how short space still with the stitches and staples and everything, how much the skin can recover. And even you can see the cut in front of the ear. It's very low perception of the cut, okay? So it's increasing very fast.
Fantastic, fantastic. It's amazing how fast the can recover through this procedure. Another situation.
Situation is a little bit more complicated. This situation was a challenge, and to be honest, I was very emotional with this story. This lady comes from a breast after breast cancer reconstruction. So imagine 1 year of chemotherapy and all that torture of medication, and she finally got the chance to reconstruct the boobs. And obviously the doctors decide with the oncologist as well to make both boobs at the same time. But the good breast decided not behave. So imagine a person that had a cancer in one breast, goes for the surgery, and then comes out of theater, and the one that doesn't behave well is the good breast. So this was a dramatic emotional situation for this patient. And what happened to this breast, you can see, is she created an hematoma. It's not an ecchymose, so it's kind of a retention of blood that stayed with 2 centimeters high. And 4 days after the surgery, the doctors saw this and they said, right, Monica, can you prepare this breast for an intervention on the following Saturday? So it was a Saturday, and they wanted to intervene 8 days after. She had drains on, and they had to remove the drains. And I needed to prepare all the lymphatic system to be able to be clean for the surgery. At the time, I got shocked because I got really emotional with this lady, and I said to her, I have a new technology that I am very, very happy to use, but I don't know about your oncologist if he's happy with this or not, but I know my doctor knows already how is this working, doesn't have any side effects. Shall we try? And she said, let's do it then. And in here I've used X39, X49, and ion. And usually this picture doesn't even show on the side. I usually use, when I use 3 patches, I use in a triangle. I use in a triangle because if we work in a synergetic system and we are activating electrics in your body, so your biostimulation, it is a synergy that balances around the area. You can use your patches any part of your body, but in that situation, I decided to use right on top of the problem. And what happened was, 24 hours after to use the technology on top, I went to do the first drainage, and I just pumped like that, the nipple, and I could drain 5 tissues of dark blood. The blood that was stuck inside as butter just become fluid and came out through the hole of the tube, okay, where the drain was. So I could drain a lot. So this was a Saturday that I did the technology. Then on Monday I did another lymphatic drainage. Then on the 17th was a Wednesday morning. I never forget. I just looked at the breast and I said, "You are not going for the operation." She said, "I don't think I am." But I've said to the doctor, and she's saying, "No, it's impossible. So come this afternoon for an ecography." So she went in the afternoon, and when the oncologist saw the breast, just put the hands in the head and said, "What is this? What happened in here? What's these circles? What's this white stuff? What did you put in here? This must be circular. This must have circulation stuff. What?" So and then she explained that there's nothing transdermal, is everything working inside. And the result was that on a 30th, she didn't go for theater, so she didn't have an intervention. We could save this breast, and it looks perfect. And look, in 15 days was completely clear, only with some shadows, and now it's a completely new breast. So this is what happened when you have your body with some issues, is just to use the technology, thinking YX49, because it improves circulation. If I have a stuck information between drainage, veins, and vases, so all I had is to make the arterial blood get around and to make the antioxidation happening and making the drainage flow. So the body just respond very, very good. And X39 was there just to repair all the tissue around. And the copper peptide definitely made the inflammation go down.
The inflammation.
So
exactly.
it was amazing.
And to improve the collagen production in that area, because it's also important.
The scarring, yeah. So here is more about the collagen. So this lady made a breast reduction because of back pain and problems. So this was, if you can see, 9th of December to the 16th of December. So it is amazing. This lady just said, she just said to me, "Make sure I can go for Christmas. Make sure I can go for Christmas." I said, "Darling, you can go in holiday before Christmas because you are just done."
Wow.
So I actually been with her yesterday, and she said every time she shows to somebody, they're just like, "Whoa, what happened?" So we used here X39 and ion because she had loads of pain and she was feeling kind of fever and inflammation around. So I used X39 with ion, and it was an amazing effect around this. So I can't even express how happy the patients get when they start to see the energy after a recovery. They can feel movement loosen as well. They can go to the mirror and not be shocked by all the cuts and wounds and lickings and everything that the post-operative sometimes shows. And every single day is an improvement. And when you see a scar with 7 days, 8 days, with an aspect of 3 months cut, it's just it's unbelievable.
It's unbelievable. And this shows exactly what, because there are not too many, but some people said, I'm using the patches, I'm not feeling nothing. But actually it's doing insides if you don't have an external damage. But inside is healing your body, but you don't need to feel nothing. It's just a matter of body recovering by himself and putting everything in a normal stage. Apologize, I'm having here problems with the slides. Let's see if it goes. Okay, I think was that. Okay, let's go. The scar removal. Well, this is one of the effects of the of using the patches, because with the anti-inflammation process, with the antioxidant process, and the increase of collagen and elastin, of course, our skin starts to remodeling. This is something that in our industry, aesthetic industry, we work through different processes. But here, what we are doing is stimulating our own body to produce its own collagen, elastin, and other processes that helps to recover the damage of the tissues, because a wrinkle or how you call it, a scar is basically a damage in the skin. Okay, the wrinkle reduction, this is something that we are seeing in everybody, and one of the most important things with this is that stimulating our own collagen not only is faster the result, but actually leaves during more time the results. Okay, because when we do outside intervention with collagen, with injections or any supplements, our body deletes all those external products outside the body, so it's not durable. Okay, when we produce our own collagen, the body keeps that collagen for a longer time and with better results. Hair growth. And Monica, I want to show you, because in the last minutes I was able to put my own photos here, so I would love to share with all of you guys what I've got. And believe me, on my industry, aesthetic industry, to get these results without doing none of any intervention, okay, it's quite difficult, very difficult to recover some part of the hair that is not growing anymore. It's very difficult. Normally we say that the hair is already dead, and it's very difficult to recover. But I'm going to show my own example. I start seeing the results. This is in the 1st of April, when I took my first photo. Of course, was already getting better, because I start using the patches on the 6th of January. So 4 months after, I started seeing the results, or someone saw and took the photos. So I was better in this time already. So, but after that, I started taking photos. And on May, this was the difference already, from mostly in 1 month of recovery of that hair area on my hair that was not growing. And this is in June, I think. I'm not seeing the email. No, in August. In August, I took another, was taking another photo, and I believe that you can see the difference, no, of the amount of hair that I have in that area. And of course now I have full hair, and it's strong, it's shining, and it's amazing. So this kind of recovery in hair, actually it's very, very difficult. For men, it's very, very difficult. So in a natural way, because we are increasing the production of GHK-Cu, and GHK-Cu is responsible to restore all these parts of the skin. Okay, the hair, the nails, our skin. So the results are amazing. What do you think about this, Monica?
I use a lot of your pictures to show people as well.
Exactly. And we have tons of testimonials in this area, especially men's, because it's we can see more the results of that. And based on that is that we using this technology, the X39, and of course the other patches, but mostly the X39, we get a youth renewal. Basically, we are giving the body the tools to recover and to repair any tissue in our body. It doesn't matter if it's brain, if it's an organ, if it's a muscle, if it's a bone, everything can be restored because we are waking up the stem cells, and the stem cells has the capacity to repair those tissues, okay? And rewrite thousands of genes in our DNA. I think, Monica, we have some questions there in the
Answer.
chat.
Yeah. Yes, they are asking about here, does it have any effects in plants or spinal fusion bones? No, there is no side effects in our body. So basically, let me just take mine. So inside of our patch, people might say, what's in there? What's in there? So this is nanocrystals of plants and sugars biologically placed in this organic patch. And the position that this technology is placed in here, it's studied to be when it's applied on our acupuncture points, our electrical fields that runs our body has known as meridians. For example, in acupuncture, this red infrared light, it's reflecting every time past that point. And when the reflection happens to these nanocrystals, the length of wave goes back to your body, but it's modified. And that's where this amazing technology has the shining part. It's when this reflection of this length of light, which is a low length of light that goes back to your body, that increases this copper peptide. Okay, so everything happens in an endogenous way. Nothing goes through your skin. So there is no side effects with anything. There's only 3 situations that we do not recommend. It's not because it creates side effects or makes you bad or anything like that. It's counterproductive and doesn't make sense to use in these 3 situations. One is in cancer with chemotherapy and radiotherapy, because if you are killing cells on this medication, basically the medication just kills good cells, bad cells, anything, and that is no make sense to put available our healthy cells for to be destroyed under this medication. So that is a non-recommendation. Second one is when we are talking about organ implants. So when you have an organ implant, I'm not saying that is implants that you put in your spine or on your knees or on your hips. I'm talking about organ implants from other person.
Transplants, organ transplants.
Organ transplant. So when the organ transplant is in your body, you are under immunologic treatment that brings down your immunology to accept the cells of that strange organ, to be adapted to the new environment. So if you are increasing your stem cells, you are increasing your copper peptide and making your immune system higher, because it's what X39 really makes a big field, obviously you create a conflict between the organ and your body. So better to leave the body after the transplant to be adapted, easier, and then maybe some years later you can look at that under your doctor supervision. And the third situation is pregnant and breastfeeding, because nobody really makes tests on those cases. The part of that, arthritis, rheumatoids, bone problems, aches, brain, Alzheimer, Parkinson. And I'm making here a disclaimer that this technology that have not been created to heal anything, okay? This is to improve the health, prevention, and make your life being longer. But some reports, as we have been making a lot of people out of pain, out of their problems and solving some situations. Because time doesn't stop, isn't it, Viriato? And age
Exactly.
is all the time going. We as well need to look at those facts and our health of the way we eat, medication, toxification, how much sport you do or activities. So all these components will make a big impact in the results and the way you will make your life longer.
Yeah, exactly. Elaine is asking, she has titanium plates on facial bones and particularly cheek bones. Would this not be affected? Not at all. Actually, will help all the processes, only organ transplants,
The
because
organs.
and only in the moments that the body is taking the new organ and to adapt the new organ to your body. Okay, that's why the immunosuppressors, that medicine is taken to bring down the
One
immune
of them.
system. Okay, but after a few years, if the doctor takes out that immunosuppressor, it means that the organ is already adapted to your body, so you can start using X39, but always with the supervision of the doctor. Okay, all the other situations you can use and you can abuse
Safely.
of X39 because there is
Absolutely.
I used to say this and to compare, okay, to normal situations that everybody knows. If you take sun, the ultraviolet lights stimulate your body to produce vitamin D. Everybody knows that. So the patch using your infrared light stimulates the production of copper peptides and other processes. So it's only that. Everybody can take sun and everybody can be on the light because there is no contradictions, there is no side effects on that. Okay, so be free to use in all those situations because there is no contradictions on that. Okay, and basically and the slides are giving me fights to go forwards, but let me try. Okay, this is your own example, and I want to show. Let me just because talking about youth renewal, we need to give you your own example. Talk a little
Exactly.
bit about this.
There you go. To be honest, I did the first picture because I was sending some pictures to my hairdresser that I wasn't happy with the way that the painting was on the front of my hair. And then I put on the side. And then I looked at my picture and I thought, oh my God, I'm having this funny neck at the moment. I can't believe the age is hitting me. And I stayed with them, I just didn't
Delete.
delete this. But now with time, and I've been doing more times, but this is the most recent one because it's just 1 year after. Actually, I have a huge difference on my skin. So that is no filters. There is nobody telling what's the truth or not, but that's me, and I don't need to be using other people's face. But mine is just the example that it's a huge difference, and I feel on my neck, on my skin, on cellulite, on fluid retention. It's amazing how much this technology have been given to my life and to my family and patients. That is just priceless. It's huge thank you to Lifewave.
The life of, and it's the most important is that it's easy to use. It's just put a patch and drink water, and that's it. Let the body do their work because the body is very clever to know how and when they do where to go to hit. So let's look at the benefits of using X39. Mostly the benefits, but there is many more. But basically, what the company promised to all users is rapid pain relief, reduced inflammation of all our cells, supports wound healing, energy and vitality, mental clarity, enhances sports performance, faster recovery from exercise, and improves skin appearance. And not only that, the increase of production of collagen to all our organs, to all our tissues, because remember that collagen, it's very, very important to all our health. Okay. Based on more than 80 clinical studies, there is a guideline of results that we will have using the X39 patches. In the first days, happens the activation of more than 4,000 genes. In our body, we have between 20 to 25,000 genes, and 4,000 of them are activated in the first days of using X39. Within 6 weeks, better brain balance, anxiety, depression. Remember that everything is based on our nervous system. Okay, the communication of our brain to our body is through the nervous system. So when there is a balance in that, of course, all the biochemical processes in our body happens in a better way. Within 3 months, increase of internal collagen production, and with that, increase integrity of skeletal and muscular system. And within 6 months, there is a clinical study that shows that 14 out of 15 people using the X39 for 6 months, the vascular age reduced by about 8 years. Okay, so that's why the scientist David Schmidt says that this is not an anti-aging product. This is an age reversal. What we are doing is bringing back the age of all our cells in our body. Okay, and in that way, our body will perform in a younger stage. It's like having 50 years, but our body working as a 25 years old. Okay, so that is the best way to explain how this technology works. And Monica, just to finish and to go through, I think there is some questions. How easy is to use X39?
That is so simple as you place at 8 o'clock in the morning, remove at 8 o'clock in the evening, drink 2 liters of water, and enjoy your new body.
No body. There is two specific points that the company have studied: the back on the neck, or two fingers below the belly button. Those are acupuncture points. But of course, if you have a local pain, let's say in your shoulder, in your leg, you can put the patch on top of the pain to increase how faster goes the inflammation down. Okay, so. That is a question in the room they are asking me privately, does this help with testosterone levels? Definitely. Definitely. Okay.
And testosterone, both.
Both, exactly. So definitely will help. Basically, I think it's easy to understand. What we are doing is bringing in balance all our body, all our biochemical process of our body, everything. Okay. So everything that you might think this will help? Yes. The answer is yes. Okay. So we'll create a balance of your body as you have 25 or 30 years old. So remember that time, and you will have the answer how can help you. Okay. So just to explain, Monica, I don't know if you want to you want to add something else to the guests in the room, any information, any tip to everybody.
Just try and be confident. Don't try to feel anything, because that doesn't come any message on your phone about what you should feel or not. Just be really relaxed about that and just enjoy. Make notice of the first things of the things that, like the quality of your sleep, the energy levels that you are feeling about 3 o'clock in the afternoon every single day. How was before and how are you feeling when you're using the technology? As well, your brain clarity, guys. About brain clarity means you can actually keep things in a flow in your way of thinking that creates no stress, and you get much more relaxed. You are much more calmer. So any person that is anxiety, depression, feeling panic attacks, please use X39 combined with the other patches that we have. For example, the ion. Ask your sponsor and your doctors involved in Lifewave, and they will be the best ones to advise you, because there is huge results. There is no way we have to feel ill or feel imbalanced because we have this technology in our hands. Okay, so that's my advice to everyone.
Thank you very much, Monica, for your participation in this call. It's amazing what is happening here in Portugal. For example, we have more than 25,000 people now these days using this technology, more than 600 health professionals and and physiotherapists and people in the health industry using this technology with their patients. So and why is happening that? Because it works. Okay, let's just to finish, just to present who is the responsible of this technology. David Schmidt is the CEO and the inventor of all this technology. It's a person with more than 130 patents registered worldwide under his name and the company's name. It's a scientific and inventor, and he is a person that was 2 times awarded in the area of technology by the Hall of Fame International. Is the highest patent of recognition around the world in the technology industry. Okay, so we are talking about a scientist very known around the world in this industry, and he is the responsible of the production and actually this company. Okay, this company does, Lifewave, is seeking to improve health, wellness, beauty, and longevity to everybody. Not using drugs, pills, opioids, or injections. Everything in a natural way, only using our own infrared lights, our own resources of our body to increase the performance of our own body, okay, in a natural way. In this moment, the company makes a distribution in more than 80 countries around the world, with 12 warehouses worldwide. And now these days, they have over 4 million customers worldwide using X39 technology. So it's already proven the results with this technology. It's a matter of each one of you that you are guests in this room to contact the person who have presented you and have invited you to this call to know how you can get X39, okay, and try by yourself, get your own results, become your own testimonial, because there is no way of you not get results at least in 3 months of using, okay? Of course, most of you will get results in 1 week, in a couple of days, or in a month, but some of people, if you are lack of some nutrients in your body, what we advise is to combine X39 with a good nutrition, a good nutrition side, good hydration, okay? And if you can do some walks and some sports, it's better to increase the results, okay? But definitely everybody gets results with this technology. And remember, this is not hiding the symptoms, okay? This is not just disguising the symptoms of a problem. This is fixing the problems, okay? It goes through the right process on your body to fix what was unfixed, okay? So that is what we have to share today. Tanja, I don't know, are you in the room?
I'm right here. Yes. Thank you so much.
If you want to make any question or...
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Monica, and thank you, Viriato, for this beautiful presentation. In closing, I'd just like to state that Lifewave is a company that perceives the holistic being. You know, when we think about the impact of our health and well-being on our family members. I mean, Monica, you'll know this intimately. You speak very emotionally about the care that you give to your patients. And so we know that when there are people that are suffering, Viriato, like you, for 23 years, it affects the people in your life. It affects their emotional well-being and their ability to live a thriving life. And David is very aware of this. So we look at the pillars, the 4 pillars that a Lifewave would like to assist people within their lives, which is our physical well-being, our emotional well-being, our spiritual well-being, and our financial well-being. And there are ways and means where you can kind of mix and match what Lifewave can do for you as an individual and as for your community and for the world at large. So if you are interested in becoming involved with Lifewave from a financial perspective, a business perspective, reach out to the person that called you to this meeting tonight and find out, because it's a beautiful way that David also would like to change the way people live without financial anxiety. And I think it's a really beautiful attribute of the company. So thank you, everybody. Thank you
very much, Tanja, for this invitation. Thank you to everyone to be here in this call. And please take care of yourself, because the health is the most important value that we have in our life. Take care. Thank you very much.
Be well, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.